Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today we're going to be looking at Gas Station Simulator Early Days, which is the prologue to the full game, Gas Station Simulator. This I have seen played on other streamers' Twitch channels, and it looked pretty fun, and then Keymailer were very kind enough to send me a key. So we're going to take a look into it, see what the game's all about. It looks a lot like Ranch Simulator, if I was to make a comparison to any other simulator games that I've seen so far, in that it does give you objectives to do, and you've basically got to like build up from nowhere and make it into something. So it would, if I had to make a comparison, I would compare this to Ranch Simulator over the others. It's pretty good so far. It seems to work fairly well. A couple of things that I have an issue with though. One, the prompts don't really tell you everything, and the constant spam of mail is a little bit overwhelming. Like, if you had a quick access to your mail button, that would be fine, but the fact that you've got to walk back to the computer every time, a bit annoying. The next is in the options, and I will show you them in just a second. Alright, we're in the options menu. Now, there are a lot of options here which are really good. As a note, turn motion blur off as soon as you can. However, when trying to select with the mouse what option you want to go for, it's a little bit finicky in the way that it works. So you kind of have to find the point where the arrow disappears for some reason. Like when the arrow disappears, you can click on it and that will change the settings. Why it's like this, I don't know. Please make it highlight, not disappear. Right, make it obvious that I'm selecting on that, not make it disappear into oblivion so I don't know if I'm pressing the right button or not. Aside from that though, like I say, the options that they've got are very, very good. I like the fact that here you've got like a color indicator as to what option you're actually on. A lot of the times in menu buttons, you don't actually know if you're on the highest setting or not. So it's a lot of time. You put it to the highest setting, and then you've got to go through and just double check and make sure that you have got everything on the highest setting possible. Here, you don't need to because it's very obvious what setting you're on out of all of them. I like this. I would like to see this in more video games, please. But yeah, make it so that the options are a bit more obvious that which way you're going and that you're selecting on it. But yeah, aside from that, very good so far. Let's jump into the game and see what's going on, shall we? Okay, so a quick little note. Apparently, the game doesn't save. I thought it had an autosave. I couldn't see an option to save. But apparently the prologue doesn't let you do that. So you've got to start again. This is a little annoying. I get that this is like a demo. But say I need to do something, I should be able to save the game at where I left off, come out, and then come back in again. Apparently I can't do that. I don't know whether I get the ability to save once I get past a certain point in future, or whether there is an autosave function again once I get to a certain point, or whether it's just not available in this prologue / demo. But that's kind of annoying, because I got to a certain point, I wanted to continue from where I was off, you know? But this is the game. So you've bought yourself a rusty old garage, gas station, whatever you want to call it. And the idea is you've got to kind of get it working order. It does give you tooltips on the side. This is really annoying. So as you can see, the pick up and put down and the move around and stuff is, it could be better. It's a little bit finicky. Throwing stuff in the trash is a little bit annoying as well. But yeah, so you've got to go through, do each of the tasks, find a way into each area, start it up, and basically rebuild it from scratch and make it serviceable again. The navigation is a little bit wonky, and the fact that, like, as you'll see in a minute when you get power to it and when you get everything done, it's very... got to go back and forth and do this and do that, and there's bonus objectives to do and stuff. I don't know why I've moved that there, but there you go, we've moved it. But yeah, so now we've got to follow the voltage cable. So it doesn't give you a complete tutorial, like it gives you a basic idea of what it is you're supposed to be doing, but the tooltips don't follow through. Like, it'll tell you how to pick something up, but then until you reach the point that you need to be, it won't tell you how to do that thing. So unless you've done it before, or unless you've watched somebody else do it, you don't really know how to do it. It leads you to water, but then it doesn't let you drink either, which for a tutorial could be better. It also sort of piles things on you. So when you get to a point where you open the garage up, it tells you to open it and then says you can shut it any time so you can get stuff done. But at the same time, it doesn't tell you whether you should do that or not, which is a bit awkward, right? It could be a bit better. Can I close that straight away? Thank you. So, yeah, the overwhelming kind of, oh god, there's customers coming in, you got to do this. But this is what I'm on about. This is what I was on about in the start. The mail. Oh my god, there's so much. Everything you do gives you a new inbox, and it starts flashing at you, and if you're like me and don't like red flashy dots that tell you you've not read something or you've not done something, it drives you absolutely insane. It really does. It's not cool, and they should really do something about that. Make it so I can read the mail out here, or make it so that it's not so prevalent with everything you do. It's not cool. Really not. I'm not a fan of that. It's one of the most annoying things of the game. The rest of it's pretty cool though. The rest of it sort of makes sense in that what you're doing. And this obviously teaches you how like the other components work, and then once you make money you can start doing the gas station up a bit more, and you can go further and see how far it takes you. But this is, from my understanding, just the start of it. So it's going to lead you to a point, and then that's it. You won't be able to do that anymore. However, all that being said, all the negative criticism I've had so far of things that annoy me, it's actually pretty fun. I'm a big fan of like these sort of games, and I'm a big fan of that. You know, it gives you something to do. It does it fairly well. Like their teething problems and polish, which is something that I have come to start using when covering games a lot, is polish, right? If a game's not polished, people are going to get really annoyed with the little things that they probably wouldn't normally get annoyed at. So I'm hoping that on full release, a lot of these things are ironed out. I get why you can't sort of see your mail anywhere, because the idea is that it's an old CRT type thing, but you know, it's a video game. It doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to be usable and not terrible, right? Why is my right button not... Oh, that's why. See there, it tells you to cool down the engine, but you can't cool down the engine because you haven't finished doing the first thing first. It doesn't make it clear when you're doing something wrong. It's just tells you to do this thing. But yeah, would I get this? Honestly, yeah, I would. Like, the game is it's therapeutic. It's got a few teething problems, but it is ultimately very fun. And if you like your sim games, you're going to like this, because you do start from nothing. You've got a decrepit gas station that you've got to try and build up from nothing to make a profit and just have fun doing it, sort of thing. Which is kind of cool. Like here, this is what I mean by it bombards you, right? So you've technically done the task, right? But it's already given you another one, even though you technically haven't finished the task, because you've still got to empty the sand. Like, you could leave the sand in the truck, but then when you come to do it again next time, you're gonna need to do it, right? So, like, for a tutorial there, maybe just make it one lot of sand, because if your goal is to just say, you know, this is how it works, then surely you've already done that. if you've done it once. Just streamlining it, you know, just streamlining the game a little bit more so that it's not such a drag and doesn't leave you feeling, well, do I leave this? Do I need to complete it? Am I going to get screwed over if I don't? Stuff like that. Just a bit of streamlining when it comes to tutorial. Other than that, the game runs smooth. It looks very nice. The textures aren't terrible. It gives you the right feel. You definitely feel like you're in the country. This is a bit weird as well. Like this, it sends you down here to do the arcade, which is send this thing around. But then halfway through, you get a customer. So you have to stop what you're doing and go and sort the customer. Otherwise, you fail. Right? If you don't serve the customer, they leave and they don't come back. So I get that this is like a side game, but honestly, this should have been done after the tutorial, not halfway through it, in my opinion. However, that's the game. I'm gonna continue trying to get where I get. Since if I stop it, I'm gonna have to do it all again, which sucks. Like, they need to add a save feature in. Again, I don't know if this is going to be something that they add in on full game release, or if this is going to be something that they add in. That was weird. I don't know why I flipped there. That made no sense because physics. Right? I came off that clean. I don't know why it sent me sideways, but there you go. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to add a save, like a better save or an auto save in the game on release or what, but they kind of need to, right? If they don't, then they're going to have a problem on their hands because nobody's going to play a game that they have to play from the beginning every time. We left that era back in the old Sega Mega Drive days. You know what I mean? We left that alone. We don't need to go to those times again. They were horrible. I don't know about you, but I never ever want to go back to games that always start from scratch after you log off. You know, it's bad enough when it happens by mistake, let alone on purpose. So, there you are, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check it out. It does come out on full release on the 28th. I want to say 28th. It could be the 27th. So let me know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I hope to see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Ciao, ciao.